Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Aries for the month of April 2019. Welcome Aries, how are you? I'll give a quick shuffle and we'll begin your reading. Okay. Energy around your situation for the month of April is the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, air energy, bit of a deceptive energy. Now this can be your own deceptive energy about what you're doing, not sure whether you're doing the right thing, not sure whether you're on the right path, maybe in terms of, because it is a head energy or a mind energy, it can sort of change direction quickly. It can be this one day, the next day you may be thinking, swinging to another point of view. But just be aware that you're sort of on the ball with your intuition, especially with the Seven of Swords, Aries, because it can be quite deceptive. But more will be revealed, of course, once we begin and open up the messages for the month of April. Let's see where you are right now. The Queen of Wands, and there she is, a very powerful, strong, independent energy, the Queen of Wands. She's a very honest person as well. Main traits about the Queen of Wands is she's very independent and she's quite happy to do her own thing. She has a very highly intuitive edge to her, so if there is something that she feels isn't quite right, or there's somebody that she feels isn't quite telling it how it is, she'll sniff it out. So a nice energy, and also the Queen of Wands does belong to the fire suit, which indeed Aries is a part of. So very much your energy. So remain intuitive, being very creative, whatever's going on, but really rely on that intuitive side of yourself to begin off with the month of April, Aries. Let's see what's crossing it. The Five of Swords. Yeah, so there might be, I refer to the Five of Swords as it's a bit like a storm, and we kind of avoid the storm, don't we? We don't. It's sort of getting into arguments or situations with people, a group of people, and you're sort of quite aware of their stances on certain issues. So trust your intuition once again. Don't get embroiled in arguments that you know you're not going to win, all that kind of energy. Just sidestep it. Often Five of Swords can be family, but more so I often relate the Five of Swords to workplace energy, where there's a certain element of those that sit around and just spend way too much time gossiping or creating a difficult environment and not really doing what they're meant to be doing. So therefore you need to sort of give them a broad berth, if you like. Just keep away from that energy, because that, relating back to that Seven of Swords as your general energy for the month, just be very aware of that, and very mindful of using your intuition of how you feel a situation. Don't be lured into time-wasting arguments or gossiping, things like that. Let's see the background of this. The Star. So definitely a very powerful, hopeful, faithful energy that's really, it's one of the high karmic energy cards as well, that sort of tells you you're on the path. So keep walking the path and moving forward. elements of the swords coming in can be kind of here for you this month, Aries, just to be a lot more aware of what is going on in the environment with other people. Don't get into your head so much, just move forward, be creative. Yeah, and it's that moving forward energy that the star's sort of saying, well, you're doing that anyway, so don't get waylaid or don't get tripped up by all this sort of head mind energy that's around for the month, the beginning of the month, because you're on a good track. So keep moving forward is the message of the star. Everything is as it should be too with the star, Aries, so there's no mistake. It's a very Aquarian energy too. It's very much independent. It's out there. It's striving for new goals, moving in that direction of where you want to be. So whatever crosses it with these swords, this is you're meant to be learning about these sort of energies too, keeping out of your head and just forging forward. Recent influences, we have the 10 of coins or the 10 of pentacles. Very earthed energy, doing very well. Very stable too, family. Things sort of chuffing along quite well for you. So remember that. Just remember what's in your aura. What's really important for you is to maintain that 10 of coins, because it's a very powerful, strong, earthed energy. So don't get waylaid at all by the mind. Most important card of the spread, I always feel, is the lesson that we're meant to be learning. So we'll have a look and see what your lesson is for April, Aries. You have the King of Wands. High motivated energy, very fast moving, he's at the top of the pile. He can be your boss, he can be your significant other. He likes to achieve his goals. He likes to get to the top. He likes to really achieve lots of things. He's highly creative with his mind as well. Can come off a bit arrogant too. So, but the arrogance usually I feel is just, it's an Aries energy. Particularly, it's more of an impulsive energy. So he's not meaning to be or come off as arrogant, but sometimes can be. But yeah, you can rein that in, and even if that's you yourself, rein in the arrogance a bit. We can all sort of, when we're on a roll, we get a bit full of ourselves and think, oh well, maybe I'm being a bit too much. Maybe this is why this head energy of a deception and sort of argumentative types of people have come through. Just pay attention to your environment and how you are coming across to others as well, because it can be construed as being a bit arrogant. Okay. But definitely he's striving for the top, this guy. Also, he talks about people from overseas. It talks about a lot of movement, lots of movement, travelling, all those sorts of fire energy things. So just be mindful of your King of Wands, whether that's coming off through for you or whether it's somebody significant other or a boss. Just be cautious. Near future, we're coming through with the King of Cups. So we're coming through in the second week of April as King of Cups. So emotional energy can be a bit introspective as well, looking in, a lot of looking inward to his emotions, how he feels emotionally about matters at hand. So combined with the King of Wands too, just temper that fast-moving energy of the King of Wands with a bit of introspection about how you're coming off, be more emotional, thinking about other people a lot more. King of Cups is a very good emotionally charged person who can sort of explain emotions, and he's in touch with them for positive or negative, but that definitely is coming through in the second week. So combining the emotional side of yourselves, Aries, with that go-getter sort of energy that you have, and just keep it tempered down, especially in the environment with other people. Not everybody is on your page. Let's see what's happening that you're not realising. The Empress. Very much the mothering, nurturing card of the Empress. Very expansive. She's your archetypal mother. But also abundance is the main catchword with the Empress. If there's fertility also comes through quite strongly with the Empress. And also just nurturing, that nurturing side of yourself coming through to Aries, not being getting above yourself, just sort of keeping everything in balance with emotions and your mind. Keep everything under wraps and in rein. Nice energy though. Fertile, fertility as well for the female Aries girls. Fertility is high. How others see you. The Four of Cups. Perhaps a bit flat at the moment, Aries, so just feeling, or other people are seeing you as the energies are a bit sort of flat. You've hit a bit of a sort of stop gap in a way, but that's okay. Maybe feeling like you're not getting anywhere, but it's about stopping and looking and feeling emotionally, okay, well, we all get to that point where it becomes, things just feel a bit sort of lackluster. That will, your energy will return, but it's coming off as that, as other people see you. So, yeah, once again, temper the energy. Sort of, if you are feeling a bit flat, it won't be forever. Just go with the flow. If there's something in terms of, for the female Aries, of, you know, worrying about fertility, worrying about having a family, you know, don't give up. Just, you know, balance things out for yourself. And just know if there's a bit of flat energy around, look, it's not going to stay forever. It will move on and change into something else. Positive feelings. The Nine of Coins, or the Nine of Pentacles. So definitely this is kind of an aura of fertility for the female Aries people. Also very independent, especially for the females, of completion, getting to where you want to be, achieving all the goals that you want, having worked quite hard. Aries do work very hard and are very goal oriented, so that's a really nice positive card to have. So when we're looking down at how others are sort of feeling your energy's a bit flat, don't worry, it will return. You are set. You know yourself that you're working hard towards your goals, but perhaps you need to just temper it down with a bit of emotion and a bit of the mind energy. Don't sort of dwell. Just be positive about how you're going, and you're getting to where you want to go anyway. So there's no rush. There's no need to be in so much of a hurry. Final outcome. Eight of Wands, beautiful card. So Eight of Wands is definitely a card of, Eight of Wands is definitely a card of no obstacles, things going well, things moving how you like it. It also can be talking about relationships going well after a period of maybe not so. As I said here in the Four of Cups, then it's only momentary, and then you move by the end of April, you'll be feeling a lot better. Energy sort of returning in terms of very positive, seeing the trees for the forest more or less, you know, just having achieved what you set out to achieve in April. So it's a lovely card to finish on. And also with this energy around of the Seven of Swords, we can see that you overcome whatever it is, and that deceptive energy might be something that you need to be aware of, Aries, so that, you know, you do take other people's feelings and perceptions into account. And we're all guilty of it. It's not just, it doesn't just belong to one particular group of people. We can all be like that. Now I'm just going to put some clarification cards on, especially on this Five of Swords for you, Aries, to see what we can get underneath the surface with that. And the King of Cups. And the Four. How other people see you, because that's important. We like to be seen as participating and being a good person and all the rest of it. But sometimes other people's opinions are valid and valuable, especially, you know, with Aries, they can be quite sort of quick moving and other people aren't so quick. So let's just see. Underneath the Five of Swords, we have the Six of Swords. So, you know, overcoming that Five of Swords and moving straight onto the Six of Swords. So getting through that energy, getting through that sort of argumentative energy of the Five of Swords, you will achieve that. You'll move through it. You know, it's good. Things start to look better. You can see your destination in sight once again, and you're not all tangled up in your mind of, you know, second guessing yourself. It's a crossing card, really, the Six of Swords. So it talks about getting to a better place. So that's really positive and encouraging, isn't it, Aries? Now we'll see what we've got underneath the King of Cups with the emotional, introspective energy. We've got the Ten of Wands. So a bit of exhaustion, a bit of physical, spiritual energy, lack of energy. So therefore becoming a bit more introspective in the second week of April. So maybe that will sort of pull you back into sort of just ponder about how you're emotionally going, what's happening, what you need to change, what you need to work on in your life, because there's a lot of fast moving energy with the Ten of Wands, and it sort of comes to a head, and then it's just like a big adrenaline dump where you just feel like exhausted. But it's only because you've spent way too much energy. And it's time to just reflect for a bit with the King of Cups. Now looking at how others see you. So underneath that Four of Cups, we have the Moon. So coming across things a bit in the dark. So people are sort of, others or significant people in your life are sort of seeing you as, you know, in a bit of a, they're not quite sure what's going on, Aries, beneath the surface with you. The Moon, it's a really interesting energy too, the Moon. It's sort of, things are hidden. Things aren't sort of obvious with this. And people can, it's a bit like that Seven of Swords earlier. It can be a bit of a deceptive energy. So they're not quite sure what's going on. It's almost like you're a bit underground, or that you're coming off as being sort of under the radar, which is normally not your style, Aries. So be highly intuitive is the flip side of confusion with the Moon. So, you know, just examine that too. Are you confused and you're not knowing what to do, therefore you're sort of not being true to your character? Or is it that you're intuitive and you're just sitting back and watching what's going on? So that's for you to decide, I guess, Aries. But yeah, the Moon, you are coming across as that. But decipher for yourself how you feel other people are perceiving you in the month of April. It's always good to be introspective. So we have that already starting in the second week with the King of Cups, and now we have the Moon. So, oh, excuse me. Yeah, just being introspective with the Moon and just realising that other people are sort of thinking, hey, what's going on there? Now, I'm just going to pick one more card, Aries, for you for the month. Just a general overview of the month for you of April. It's interesting because it's very balancing sort of energy for you this month, Aries, which I think is always good, because we always need to sort of be aware of others and emotional situations, as well as, you know, just being the go-getter all the time. So let's see what your overall card and energy is. The Knight of Swords. So very much expect the unexpected with the Knight of Swords as the overall energy. Mind energy once again too. Don't get in your head too much, but there could be very much so a situation where things just sort of suddenly change and can be quite disruptive. This Knight of Swords energy, he can be disruptive. He comes in out of nowhere, but and sort of changes things, or changes the whole landscape of what's happening, whether it's work, whether it's home, whether this is a person that comes in. Quite a communicator too, the Knight of Swords, but he's still quite immature in terms of he can be a bit sort of forceful and charges in impulsively. So just watch that too and be aware of that over this month of April. I hope you have a really great month, Aries, and happy birthday to all the April Aries. Thank you.